Hello everybody, February 8th. Welcome to end of day update. Let's do a quick screening on stocks and levels, and we'll go into detailed analysis later in the day. So Bitcoin is very oversold short term. You can see it's near sell zone. Red lines are the sell lines, green lines are the buy lines. Very oversold. And you can pause this video anytime to look at the levels. So I'm going to be very quick going through all the indexes, and then you can pause anywhere if you want to know the level. So Bitcoin is in the sell zone. Ethereum is also in the sell zone right now. Let's look at MAS, which is S&P 500. It's between sell zone and the neutral zone. You can see it was in the sell zone, and then it's still like going towards neutral to sell zone. MNQ, Nasdaq is now in the middle between neutral zone and sell zone. Dow Jones, US 30 is same thing here, and Russell 2000. Actually, it went from a buy zone here. I can zoom out a bit. You can see came multiple times very close to buy zone, now in the sell zone, and you can still see the levels are down. Crude oil, massive pump after reaching buy zone a couple of days ago. So crude oil is pumping very nicely. You can see it hit buy zone and now it's in the sell zone. So extreme pumps on crude oil. So look, you should be looking to take profits. CNQ is bouncing from the buy zone. You can see bouncing right now here. Tesla came to the sell zone. It was in the buy zone for last couple of days, and now you can see extreme a pump, and then still between neutral zone and sell zone, so it can still pump higher. 191.72 is the zone. Gold in the neutral zone came to the buy zone today, and then went to neutral zone. You can see buy zone to neutral zone, 0.73%. Silver, massive pump. You can see exactly touched the buy zone. Very good site here. And you can see after that it pumped massively around 2.3%. Natural gas is in the buy zone right now. This is where you should be looking to buy natural gas. Dollar index in the neutral zone. What else is here? Let's quickly scan through commodities very quick. Copper is in the buy zone right now. Soybeans is in the neutral zone. Sugar is in the neutral zone. Wheat is bouncing from the buy zone. Corn is just touching the buy zone again. All right, and let's quickly now look into Bitcoin levels. Actually, let's start doing daily analysis. And for that, I have to open another chart. By the way, guys, if you like this content, you like what you're seeing, please hit the like button. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel and turn the notification out on, and then share with your friends and family. And also, there's a link to my channel. If you want to know more details about these levels, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're on TikTok, you can go to profile and you can click on YouTube icon, and then you can subscribe to my channel. All right, so let's go to BTC Ethereum. Let's start with Ethereum. You can see what happened. You know why Bitcoin pumped, right? If you're following me, I was telling you there's a gap here. If you go to 1 hour chart, you can see the gap here on Ethereum is here. And let me actually let's zoom in and then see exactly to the dot where is this gap. Let me make it higher and more higher. So this gap is a little bit higher, like here, I think a little bit here, something like that. Okay. And this is how you do gap analysis. All right, so you go back to the where we are right now. We still did not touch this gap. All right, so we are still a little bit, we fell a little bit short on this gap, so I think Ethereum will still pump from here. We'll go, oops, let me get the right tool. Ethereum will go from here another 1% to fill this gap. All right, let's go back to daily chart. And that's the reason Ethereum is pumping and Bitcoin is pumping because Ethereum has to fill this gap. And then I think I'm expecting some downwards move because there's downwards gap here. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see this gap is here. If I zoom in, same thing, you can do that analysis on CME futures. So I think it's going to top out here and then probably go for downside. Bitcoin is basically pumping because to support Ethereum, and this can be still lower high before it goes down. So keep that in mind. Okay, do not get extremely bullish, but in the higher time frame, you can see how this analysis tell us why Bitcoin is pumping. Okay, it's above all moving averages. So even if it makes a new high, it's going to be divergence on PPO and RSI. So we just got to be careful. And to the live market, if I go here, nothing changed, similar things. And you can see I'm getting this red sell dot, so which is very close to the top. You can see we got this red sell dot here. We got a little bit of correction here. So just be careful on this indicator is giving you that it's good time to take profit. You can see red sell dot here as well. We dumped a bit there. All right. So that's it for crypto. Let's go to VIX. VIX is also going, making higher highs, higher lows, sitting right on this trend line. So if it bounces from here tomorrow, that's going to be bearish for S&P 500. And let's quickly look at SPY chart, which is making a new high. Keep making a new high. And you can see it broke out of this bearish rising wedge. You can see similar thing here happen and then broke down, but right now it's going outside of that. And if I zoom in this daily candle, you can see it's an indecision candle. Actually, not this one. Actually, triple Qs have indecision candle. Let me show you here. You can see this one is a triple indecision, but SPY is still looks like a Thor hammer. But this could happen. This could sometimes happen at the top. But what I'm trying to tell you is a pullback can come. It could be by the dip. Okay. Now there these green lines are the gaps. So if I go to 1 hour chart, let me go to regular trading hours to show you here. So you can see this gap is here. Or let me hide this EMA charts because it's very complicated without that. So you can see now it's clear to see. You can see this gap is still not filled. So sometimes it's going to come to fill this gap. There all these green lines are the gaps to fill. So be careful. So if you're in profit, look to take profit because especially we're going higher on divergence. You can see RSI making lower high, PPO making lower high. So we're going higher on divergence. So just a bit, be a bit careful here. Definitely not a time to go long. Definitely wait for a pullback. If you did not buy yet, just wait for a pullback. Triple Q, same thing here. This is an indecision candle. So as you can see sometimes at the top we get similar candles like this. You can see here also we got, if I zoom in, you can see something like this happen here as well. So just be careful. Again, same story here, going higher on divergence on PPO and RSI. Now, if it keeps going higher, obviously this is going to break, divergence going to sell off. I mean, it's going to disappear. It's going to be high then, but for now it's divergence. So with all these gaps to go at the bottom, so I can see easily 5 to 10% correction anytime on these indices. And I suspect from now until April, we should have some pullback. Okay, so wait patiently, guys. Wait for buying opportunities. Do not rush. All right. Dow Jones new high. This gap is still not filled, so I was expecting this new high to happen. So looks like it happened, but it gapped up yesterday, and then still this gap is holding. IWM had a massive bounce, and the reason is there was a gap here. It got filled here in the first hour. This gap was not filled, so I already filled that gap. So now let's see how far IWM can go. If I bring in moving averages, it's above all moving averages, so it's a bullish development. IWM is way far out from all-time highs, all right? So IWM is the index which can really pump higher to all-time high, almost 20% pump, all right? So small caps were like really affected by rates increases, so these could be coming into a bull market very soon. So just keep that in mind. All right, moving on. Crude oil, massive bounce. You can see this daily candle, massive, almost 3.5% bounce, and above all moving averages. Now, next resistance, this is 200 EMA and 200 SMA. These dark blue and light blue lines. So next target is to close above that. If that happens, then that's going to be very bullish. And this is still higher high, higher lows. And if you even want to draw a trend line, you can see easily here. You can even, you can even draw a trend line here. Let me make it here. You can see something like this, and it held this trend line very, very nicely. All right. So CNQ a little bit weaker, not able to close above this dark blue line. So whenever that happens, it's going to be bullish. But so far, it could be a bear flag. So we got to be careful. But we really want to close above this blue line first target 61.42 to be bullish again. All right. Tesla above this green line. So every time it goes above green line, you can see above green line, boom, bounce. You can see from here, the day it closes above green line, it went higher 27% here. Here it closes above green line. You can see Tesla from here to top, almost 20% pump. And here, when it went above green line, just for example, from here to top, 77% pump. And here, when they close above green line, Tesla from here to the top, almost 85% pump. All right. So the point is, it did close above green line yesterday, I was telling you, and today it also managed to close above green line. Now the next target is this gap fill. Also, this downward sloping 20 moving average will also face resistance. But if you're a long-term hold, the bullish development is also green line is going to be above red line on PPO tomorrow. So Tesla just needs to close positive tomorrow, and then we'll have a support of this PPO as well. So that means bulls are getting ready for a massive bounce. Gold also managed to close above all moving averages today, massive down day, but again it managed to close above all moving averages. So looking good, just consolidating before a breakout. Silver also holding this trend line very nicely. Support here, support here. So just looking for a bounce. Natural gas falling exactly what I was predicting. So looking for next week to find a bottom and then massive bounce. So you should be slowly looking to buy natural gas here. Dollar index, massive bounce and just flagging here. So getting ready for next bounce. Already covered crypto and Apple here looking a bit weak. It really needs to bounce here now, closed below this yellow line, which is 50 EMA. It really needs to bounce right now. If it doesn't bounce, it's going to come all the way down to this 200 SMA, and that's around 183 right now. Okay, so that's going to be another major support for Apple if it goes down from here 3%. So you can do what's best for you. And let's quickly scan through commodities. Copper very bearish below this trend line, so we have to wait for it to go above trend line. Soybeans new lows but divergences, so I think it's looking good, coming closer to previous support here. So you should be looking to buy soybeans here. Sugar making flag, like getting ready for a bounce. Wheat just consolidating, doing nothing, just consolidating here, building a nice base. It really needs to close above this blue line. Whenever that happens, that's going to be a buy signal. This is 200 SMA. Corn also making a new low with divergence, so it has to close above this white line before you can get bullish. Hang Seng Index China, you can see what happened today. I was telling yesterday it needs to break out and nothing happened here. You can see it came right to this trend line and sold off. Okay, this is not a good news. We really need to wait for Hang Seng to close above this trend line to be bullish again. All right. Let's quickly scan through gold. Newmont Mine, biggest gold miners. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Did it do any gaps? No gaps. Came very close to filling the gap, but it never filled. So again, new lows with divergence. So good time to buy, in my opinion. Gold miner coming close to this gap fill, still not filled. 27.14 is my target. So tomorrow could be a nice bottom entry here. Netflix new highs with divergences. Be careful. Amazon new high with sell signal on all these trend indicators. Meta also gap is not filled, but you can see sell signal are giving. So all these are overextended, guys. Just be careful. Microsoft made a new high with massive divergence on RSI and PPO. Google also flat, holding this trend line nicely. Snowflakes again another new high with divergences. So NVDA just made a new high with again it's giving multi indicator is saying it's too overly extended. You should be looking to take profits here. All right, AVG also looks like a rejection candle, and AMD another gap here. All these green lines are the gaps to fill. All right, Shopify was high, I don't know why, but massive divergence. I suspect earnings going to be massive dump on Shopify. All right, guys, hopefully this was helpful, and please hit the like button if you're not done so, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.